Good morning. I think we're all ready to go there, aren't we? Bum, bum, bum. Let me just check. Can you hear everything all right there? I think we're all good. Yep, brilliant. Oh, that's a very close-up view of my forehead there, isn't it? Apologies, but I know that you can hear me now, which is a good thing. So good morning and welcome. Welcome to your... Oh, Michelle's here. Brilliant. Oh, this is very exciting. Welcome to regulars and newcomers and people that we haven't seen for a little while. So I'm really happy to have you along for our Monday morning stretch. I might pop my jumper off actually, it's quite pleasant and warm out there. So what we're going to do today is a top to toe stretch. So working in standing to begin with, and then we'll move down onto the mat for a little bit, few deeper stretches, and then we'll come back up for a nice posture reset. When we're working through our movements, if there's anything that doesn't feel comfortable for you, or if you feel like you want to modify a stretch, that is absolutely fine. We are going to be getting up and down from the floor. So if you need a little bit of furniture nearby to help you do that, then that is also grand. If you're exercising alone, it's a good idea to have a method of communication nearby. So perhaps just have a phone handy in case you need to reach out for any help, but it's going to be a nice, gentle, flowy stretch. Take it at your pace, modify if you need to. No special equipment, just your mat and some space to move your limbs in all directions. So let's get us started with a nice, strong parallel stance. Softening the knees a little bit and letting the arms relax. So the weight of the arms will just gently pull your shoulders away from the ears. And as you inhale, think about trying to lengthen your spine. So lifting the crown of the head up to the ceiling, creating a little bit of a gap between your belly button and your breastbone. We're going to keep a nice wide full breath in and out as you roll your shoulders up, round and back. Lovely. So we'll do an inhale as you bring those shoulders up. Exhale as you circle them round. Again, inhale up. Exhale round. Inhale up. Exhale round. One last one. That's fantastic. Well done. Now you can take your arms out to the side a little bit. Palms facing forward. I want you to ball your hands up into fists, scrunch them up tight, and then spread the fingers out wide. Good again. Ball those hands up into fists. Spread the fingers out wide. 3 more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. One last one. Good. And then just give those arms a little shake out. We're going to link the fingers together now. Push the palms forward towards the screen. Lovely. Try and get your elbows as straight as you can, and then take both arms overhead. Once they're overhead, take a lean to one way. Good. Back up in center. Take a lean over to the other way. Back up in center, and then a big circle round as you bring the arms all the way around and down to your side. Bring the feet a little bit closer together now, hands onto hips, and we'll just do a quick loosen off through your foot and ankle with a circle round. And then circle around in the opposite direction. Brilliant. Planting both feet firmly back down in towards the floor. Bend up on the ball of the foot, the other side, circle round. And round the other way. Super stuff. Lovely. Now we're going to make our way down towards the floor. We're just going to come into a high kneel to begin with. So one foot in front, other leg out behind. Think about this position with the feet being a nice wide base of support. So if I come this way, so you can see, if I've got my foot and my knee in line, that's going to make it quite difficult to balance. But if I just take that nice wide stance, so thinking about each limb being on a train track, that's going to give you a good wide base of support, making it much easier to balance. So thinking about each leg positioned on a train track. Tucking the toes underneath you on that back foot if you can, if your toes will allow it. And then you're going to go into just a little hip flexor stretch. So stretching out the front of the thigh, forwards and back, forwards and back. Just easing into whatever range of movement you've got available. Lovely, nice and gentle. Brilliant, well done. Now we're just going to transfer our weight a little bit further back, so more of our weight is through this back leg, taking your front leg out straight, and we do a little sweep forward and then come down. So I'm using my hand on this straight leg just for a little bit of support. I'm going to sweep and come back down, and you should feel this up the back of your straight leg in front. So a hamstring stretch here. Sweep and come down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Alrighty, let's swap that around now. So we're going to do exactly the same to the other side, bringing those knees a little bit wider. So you're on train tracks position, toes tucked underneath on the back foot if you can. Tuck your bottom under, and we go forwards and backwards. Good. Just working in whatever range you've got available. We're not pushing into our stretches just yet. Easing into the movements. Let's do 2 more. Marvellous. Taking that front leg straight, and then we'll go a little sweep. So sweep forward, come back down. Sweep forward, come back down. 3 more. The last one. Marvellous. Circle the leg around. Hands underneath the shoulders now. So we're coming into this 4-point position. Again, if you can have the toes tucked underneath, I think that's better because it gets us a little stretch through our sole of our feet. But if you're more comfy resting the feet down, then just pick what's best for you. We're going to go into a cat stretch now. So it's a curve and a round. Tuck the chin towards the chest, tuck the bottom underneath. Release, squeeze the shoulder blades together, raise the eye line. And we repeat. Inhale, open the shoulders, lift the ribs up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, round. Exhale, open. Twice more. Last one. Wonderful. All right, child's pose now. So we're sending the bottom down towards the heels and sliding your arms out in front of you. You can use maybe a little block or a cushion if you wanted to bridge the gap between your bottom and your heels. If you're comfortable just to sit into it. And then we're going to come out of there again now. Just pressure on the wrists for a little bit longer as we go into our thread the needle. So the arm that comes off the floor is going to thread through the gap between your arm and leg. That's the eye of the needle. You thread the arm through, bend the supporting arm and lowering the shoulder down towards the floor. Release. You're going to turn and look up to the ceiling. And repeat, feed the arm down and through, bending the supporting arm, push and lift up. Try and keep the hips sort of over the knees rather than sending the bottom back. Just try and keep those hips over the knees. Big twist round, open up. One more. Big twist round and open up. Lovely stuff, well done. Just take the pressure off the wrists a little bit. We're going to go back into that 4-point position. We'll do the same stretch to the other way around now. So going into your 4-point, we're trying to keep shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. When you're ready, feed that arm through, slide underneath, twist round, open, up to the ceiling. And again, down you go. Feed it through. Big twist round. Open and up. Good, again. And open. Last one coming up. Twisting round. And open it up. Brilliant, well done. Swizzle round now, and we're going to come and lay onto our backs. So if you can just gently lower yourself into the floor, into your rest position. Feet and knees together. Arms out to the side with the palms up to the ceiling. Tuck your shoulder blades in behind you. Before we go off and do anything else, just take a moment to sink in towards the floor. Make sure you can feel the soles of your feet, your tailbone, the back of your head, and then we're going to go into our hip twist stretch. One of my favorites, both knees over, turn the head in the opposite direction to the knees. Brilliant, come up through center, over and across the other way. Up through center, over and across the other way. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time here just alternating between those two sides, and I'll let you decide the pace and the tempo of this one. So you might want to hold in the stretch one side or the other. You may be happier to keep it as more of a flowy windscreen wiper. Just feel what your body needs and go with that. Whichever way you've decided to do this movement, I do need you to make sure that you're keeping your shoulder blades connected into the mat. Feet and knees are stacked up on top of one another. Over and center, and over and center. Wherever you are, let's finish that one off, and then you're going to bring your knees in towards the chest. Gently squeeze them in, and maybe take a little rock from side to side. And as you do that, you're going to try and lengthen, walk your pelvis away from the ribs. So each time you rock, we're just trying to go that little bit further, lengthening out the back of the leg, back of the spine, I should say. I was thinking ahead to our next exercises. We're just going to stretch our legs out a little bit. So you're going to pop your right foot down on the floor, cross the left foot over the right knee, and push that knee open. So you're going into your figure 4 stretch. We're going to take a little rock here again, little rock side to side. And if you're happy that you've got a good enough hip stretch with this one, then you're going to stay there. If you want to increase the stretch a little bit, all you need to do is pick up your bottom leg and pull it in towards you. We're still trying to keep that top knee open. That's going to just extend the stretch around your glutes a little bit. Again, you might want a little bit of movement in this stretch. Just see what feels best. Okay, now that crossed over leg, untangle it. We're going to keep a hold of the right one, just lightly holding at the back of the thigh. The other foot's now down on the floor, and I want you to flex your foot, so that's pulling the toes up towards you. You're then going to straighten out that bottom half of the leg, or try to straighten it out. So we're sending the heel up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee lower back down. Keep those shoulder blades tucked in, stretching up, and come back down. Breathe out, go up. Breathe in, come down. Breathe out, go up. Breathe in, come down. This next one, we're going to hold it up there. So hold just a normal steady rate and rhythm with your breath, and let's circle the foot round at the top of the movement. Change the direction of your circle. Brilliant, and then we're going to pause there with the toes pulled up towards you. Just see if you can straighten out that knee a little bit more. Heel up towards the ceiling. Ease off and come back down. Let's do exactly the same on the other side. So we started with our glute stretch. That way around, isn't it? So the one that's just been up for the hamstring stretch, That's now the one that crosses over. Knee open, and just find a little bit of movement, a little bit of wriggle there. So if you're happy there, you stay there. If you want to increase the stretch, just like we did on the other side, you're going to pick up that bottom leg, opening through the top knee, and maybe again some movement in here. You should be feeling it on the outside of the hip, on the leg that you've got crossed over. Okay, good stuff. So now into our hamstring stretch. That crossed over leg is going to untangle. We're going to straighten out the bottom part of the leg so that you're pushing your heel up towards your ceiling, stretching up the back of the leg. So we're into our hamstring stretch here. Then we bend and straighten it out. Good again. Bend and straighten it out. 3 and up. We'll do 2 more. Next one, we hold it up there. Circle with the foot. 5 one way. And then change the direction, circle around the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Foot flex, heel up towards the ceiling. Increase that stretch. Maybe pulling the leg a little bit tighter in towards you if you can. Good. And then we're going to release before gently coming up into a seated position. So any which way you can comfortably do that. We're going to take the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, probably about the width of your mat if you're using a mat today. Nodding the chin to the chest, head down between the knees and hands going towards the feet. So we're kind of balling ourselves up a little bit there. Wonderful. And then uncurl and come back up. I'm going to turn and face you now, just so you can see the next bit that I want you to do. So we're going to try and sit in a kind of froggy position where we've got the soles of our feet together, the knees dropping open and out to the side. So we're nicely limbered up now. If you want to give a little bit of movement to this position, you can. If you want to perhaps just let those legs bounce and wriggle a little bit, you can. Maybe bring in the bottom a bit closer to the heels, just to get a little bit more stretch in there. Good. And then we're easing out of this position slightly by taking one leg out to the side. If you're not comfortable with this other one remaining tucked in, then just pop it up and out to the side that way. But we want this one here. And so tucking that leg in. If you don't want it tucked in, it can be out here. And then you're going to lean towards the straight leg, twisting the torso with it, taking the breastbone towards your knee. Nice wide full breaths. Last one. Good stuff. Marvelous. I'm going to come up to standing next, please. So carefully bringing yourself up to standing, any way that you feel most comfortable with that. And when you do get there, if you can take your feet just a little bit wider than hip width apart, so we've got a really strong base of support in towards the floor then. Good, you're just going to take a nice simple side bend over. So sliding your hand down the outside of your thigh. Once you've got to the end of your available range, hold it there. Good, come up. And then we're going to go over to the other side. Slide your hand down the outside of the thigh. Once you've got to the end of your available range, hold it there. Brilliant. Come back up to center. Now palms facing forward. Take your arms out to the side. Stop at about shoulder height. Just push those arms back behind the midline of your body a little bit. And then bring them back into that midline. Bend your elbows now so your fingers come behind your ears. We're going to go with a side bend again. So over you go. Lean and reach even further by bringing that top arm up by your ear. Come back to where we were, fingertips behind both ears and into center. Let's do the same to the other side. Over you go. Reach even further. Good, back into center, into the middle. We're going to bring those arms round, all the way around behind your back. And if you can get a hold of either elbow, that would be great. If you're happier holding on around the wrists, that's up to you, whatever feels most comfortable. Once you've got yourself in that position there, we're going to go with a little neck stretch. And that will be to simply turn your head as far as you can, looking over the shoulder one way. Back into center. Turn and look as far as you can over the other way. Back into center. Nod the chin down towards the chest. Back up to center. Let your arms hang floppy and heavy, just like we did right at the start. So the weight of the arms is pulling your shoulders gently away from the ears. I'm going to finish off with a standing roll down. So that's reaching down towards our toes, but thinking about each little vertebrae moving in turn. So let's go together. Inhale at the top of the movement. Use this next exhale, chin to chest, round the shoulders, lengthening down towards the toes. Once you've got to the end of your available range, we breathe in. Before exhaling to come all the way back up, think about equal weight across your feet. Softness through the knees. Lifting the ribcage up off the pelvis with the collarbones wide. Float the crown of your head up towards your ceiling. The eye line should stay parallel to the floor. And we'll go with one big inhale, exhale. Brilliant. Soften your breathing. Relax your position. And that is your Monday morning stretch routine complete. Whether you are joining me live or you have joined me live or whether you're watching this on catch up, I'm really, really, really grateful for you doing something to loosen your body and make you feel good for the rest of the day. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back next Monday at 10 a.m. for another live stretch, or I'll see you again whenever if you're on catch up. Okay, take it easy. Bye-bye.